I'd like to call the general committee meeting to order. Ms. Lametta, will you please say the prayer, please?
Yes. Dear Father, we thank you for all the blessings we have received in our school district. We are grateful for the dedicated adults in our school system and in the community who worked tirelessly throughout the summer to help provide our students with such a successful school opening. We are truly blessed with the continued support we receive from our parents and community members. Be with us as we make decisions this evening and throughout the school year. This we ask in your name. Amen.
Mr. Long, would you lead us in the pledge, please?
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Ms. Lametta, will you do a roll call, please?
Sure. Mrs. Azevedo?
Here.
Mr. Campbell and Dr. Kraft could not be with us this evening. Mr. Egan? Here. Mr. Gaines?
Here.
Mrs. Dysart could not be with us. Mr. England?
Here.
Mrs. Lemoyne?
Here.
Mr. Long?
Here.
And Mr. Smith could not be with us. And Mr. Warner?
Here.
Thank you, Ms. Lametta. We move on to item number 4, Super News from Mr. Alex Snyder. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. Welcome back to the 2018-2019 school year. Before we get to our first super news of the new school year, I did want to share with you all some of our publications that we had placed out to the public. We talked about that back in June, and you have copies of those in your maroon folder, including the brochure, which was sent home with every resident of St. Bernard Parish in the Parish Post. And that was really geared to our community members, sharing important events and dates, as well as contact information. And then at our kickoff, as well as the first day of school, we shared with families our school calendar. What is very exciting and what has been really a popular feature for families and staff has been the fact that our dates have been published so far in advance in the calendar for them at all the schools. So we've heard a lot of feedback from families who have kids in multiple sites. So if they have a child at Araby and then AJ and Chalmette High, that all of their important dates are located in one central location has been really helpful. You'll also notice that things like the MoMA Center dates are scheduled and in the calendar, as well as next summer's events. So the MoMA Center was able to publish camp dates. We were able to get the Summer Performing Arts Academy dates on the calendar and things like that, which will just help the community know about these things happening in advance and then families to be able to plan.
Right.
We also shared with you a few of the gifts that our staffs received, including the lantern, as well as a koozie that was really a big hit, and that will give you a good idea of that. For the breakfast will be the final piece of publication that we really worked on this summer, gearing up for the new school year, and that is the quality report. That is going to be a 36-page report that will be distributed the morning of the reflection breakfast, which is Wednesday, August 29th. And that report is really geared at looking at the district as a whole and our achievements over the last several years. And so we're really looking forward to that report going out. So this evening's Super News focuses a lot on our kickoff, and I did want to just congratulate all of the people whose hard work went into that kickoff. It was a huge success. We got a lot of great feedback from our employees, and the men of Penn, Barry and Jack, did a lot of work on that. That was wonderful. We're also in definitely the busy season of getting ready for the breakfast. So we quickly turned around from the kickoff to go straight to the breakfast. This evening's Super News is a little bit longer. It's 11-12 minutes, but it does feature quite a bit of the footage from the kickoff and really looking at our programs and celebrating those programs. So without further ado, I'll let Super News start off.
And now from the desk of the superintendent's office, it's time for Super News.
Hi, I'm Alex Schneider.
And I'm Barry Lemoyne, and welcome to Super News, and welcome back to another school year.
And welcome to the newest edition of our school family, the new wing at Tris Middle School, where we are broadcasting today. The new facility includes 9 classrooms and 2 labs for science and computer classes, all with the same goal in mind, providing the best resources and facilities for our teachers and students.
Our school year begins each year with the annual kickoff rally, where district leaders welcome nearly 940 employees back to work. With a theme of strength as the focus, the event was a reminder of the importance of working together. Superintendent Doris Voce and board members also shared insight into some of the successful people and programs that are a part of our district.
Our builders know the importance of a strong foundation, and as we continue to build our premier school district, we take pride in our foundation, our early childhood program.
The St. Bernard Parish Public School Early Childhood Program is one of the few universal, tuition-free, pre-kindergarten programs in the state. This month, nearly 500 preschool students will be starting their educational journey at one of our 7 elementary schools. This program ensures a solid and strong foundation for all of our future owls.
A school district is only as strong as those who support it. And here in St. Bernard, and as proven by the achievements of our graduates, we are alumni strong.
Whether you're a graduate of Chalmette High School, Andrew Jackson, St. Bernard, or an ABC, an alumni by choice, our district needs the support of our graduates. We invite you to continue to be part of our proud tradition of excellence, as exemplified by our most recent class, whose accomplishments were vast and varied.
We invest in our children and our future by investing in our technology. We are technology strong.
Our school system has equipped our students with the technology necessary to prepare them for the 21st century workforce. In grades 3 through 12, students have access to technology devices at a 1-to-1 ratio. Whether it be Chromebooks, iPads, laptops, or desktops, students in our district can engage with the different curriculum materials digitally on a variety of platforms. We truly are technology strong.
Reading and writing are at the heart of all we do, but we also have a true commitment to be STEM strong.
Promoting science, technology, engineering, and math are on full display throughout the year at all of our schools. And most recently at the MoMA Center, our district's premier science facility focused on enhancing visitors' curiosity and knowledge of physical, earth, life, space, and environmental science. We are truly committed to being STEM strong.
Whether it's our award-winning music programs or the talent seen on stage or on canvases, St. Bernard Parish truly is art strong.
Our cultural arts program engages and fosters the expression of creativity through the education of the whole child. Students throughout our district can develop their passions for the arts through programs such as dance, acting, chorus, band, and visual arts, because we are art strong.
Our strong fiscal accountability also allows us to support all of our new schools and buildings. Just ask anyone who hasn't been to the parish in a while. We are facility strong.
Our schools were the first newly constructed public buildings in the metro area after Hurricane Katrina. Today we have 12 state-of-the-art schools, a top-notch cultural arts center, and athletic facilities that are second to none. We are facilities strong.
A child's education takes place both inside and outside of the classroom. To nurture the whole child, we foster strong enrichment.
At all St. Bernard Parish schools, students have the opportunity to participate in a wide variety of extracurricular activities, enriching their school experience while connecting them with their community.
In addition to developing good citizens, our teachers and staff also want to prepare our students for being engaged and ready for the world after graduation. That's why we are creating a strong workforce.
One of the top career and technical education programs in the state, Chalmette High School offers students a variety of options to prepare for life after graduation. Whether students are interested in a 4-year university or a high-paying, high-demand career, our district offers a path for everyone, preparing our students to be workforce strong.
The St. Bernard Parish School District continues to nurture strong relationships with community partners, businesses, service groups, and all those committed to public education.
Thanks to our many and varied partners who continuously give of their time and resources, we as a school system are able to provide enrichment and recognition programs throughout the year at all of our schools, showcasing the talent and achievements of our students. For after all, strong schools make a strong community.
I'm proud to say that I've served for 55 years as a teacher and school board member. I'm proud to say we are teacher strong.
St. Bernard Parish Public School teachers are recognized as some of the best at both the state and national level. Last year, Jennifer Maldonado, a 6th grade English teacher at Andrew Jackson Middle School, was recognized by the Louisiana Department of Education as a statewide Teacher of the Year semifinalist. Maldonado is just one of 24 teachers statewide to receive this distinction. Meanwhile, Joseph Davies Elementary teacher Catherine Randall was recognized at the national level as a recipient of the Milken Educators Award, an award recognizing the country's best teachers. Ms. Randall was the 3rd St. Bernard educator to receive the award and a $25,000 check, continuing our tradition of being teacher strong.
Song, dance, television, music, and acting all show our commitment to strong performances.
The Summer Academy is a perfect example of true collaboration. Every summer, during a multi-week theater intensive, students learn various theatrical, musical, and technical skills. Many graduates of the program go on to perform at the collegiate and professional levels, bringing strong performances.
And finally, we are proud of our natatorium, which provides a state-of-the-art venue for swim meets and teaching our students how to swim and the importance of water safety.
The St. Bernard Parish Public School System utilizes all of its facilities as opportunities to teach, to learn, and to grow, as seen in our swimming classes, our competitive swim meets, and our adult water aerobic activities.
All the people and the programs represented in these 12 areas are just a part of what keeps us strong.
Our dedicated teachers throughout the district spent countless hours ensuring a strong first day of school. Later that week, we welcomed our students back for their first day of school as over 6,200 students in grades 1st through 12th reported to one of our 12 schools. Another 1,000 anticipated kindergartners and preschoolers join our school family throughout the month. More information about our preschool program can be found on our district website or by contacting your student's school.
And now we'd like to recognize some of our special athletes who competed in Seattle this summer as part of the National Special Olympics. Under the direction of Coach Paul Fry, 3 local athletes, Alexis Hernandez, Darren Trinacosta Jr., and Taryn Lewis, took part in the games, representing their school, our district, and the great state of Louisiana with pride, taking home 6 medals, including 2 gold medals for their outstanding performances.
Also enjoying success this summer were the members of the Smith Beta Club. Smith Elementary Beta Club students traveled to Savannah, Georgia this summer to compete in the National Beta Convention. There were thousands of attendees at the convention, representing 18 different states. Smith won 3rd place in Songfest Division and top 10 for t-shirt design. Congratulations to the superstars and a special thank you to our sponsors for making this possible.
Another big hit this summer was the Moment Center Science Camp. The fun and immersive experience was such a success, plans are already in place for the summer of 2019 with an extra week added. The Moment STEM Camp will run from June 10th through the 28th, serving students in grades 1 through 8. Check out the information below at the district website. Camp dates are also listed on our district calendars that were given out to each student.
Well, that will just about wrap it up for this special back-to-school edition of Super News. But before we go, we want to remind everyone about our upcoming Day of Reflection breakfast, taking place on Wednesday, August 29th at Chalmette High School's LaCoste Campus Gymnasium. Tickets are $10 and can be purchased by calling 504-301-2000. Join us for food, fun, and fellowship with your friends and neighbors.
And we'd also like to tip our cap and congratulate Mitchell Robinson, who recently signed a multi-year professional NBA contract with the New York Knicks. Robinson, a Chalmette High School 2017 graduate, was a McDonald's Parade All-American and an All-State performer during his time here at Chalmette High School. All of us here in the Big Easy wish him well in the Big Apple.
I want to thank Chalmette High School for helping me be the best basketball player I am today. Without them, I feel like I wouldn't be playing for the Knicks today.
Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Super News,
where we always let
the Super News roll.
We'll see you next time.
And I just wanted to say a few things about the rally. I was impressed with all the smiling faces that we had with all the teachers. It looked like a home week, you know, like the village came together, you know, and so they're out there to just teach our students, and so that's fantastic. And that's another thing, too, I want to say. I want to welcome back, on behalf of the board, all the students, because we're looking forward for another great school year in St. Bernard Parish. Okay, any questions from Ms. Snyder? Ms. Lemoyne.
Just a comment. I wanted to say how fantastic the calendar is. I've been hearing from lots of parents at the school sites and on social media commenting about how great it is to know in advance all of the dates for the whole school year. So thank you for putting that together. It looks fantastic. Thank you.
Ditto. Anyone else? Thank you, Ms. Okay, move on to this education, item number 5, education. Mr. Gaines, you can take it, sir.
Yes, I believe Ms. Lametta has this hat today. So.
Yes, and I'm thrilled to be able to present to you a new tool that we're going to put in place throughout this school year, and it's titled Illuminate Data and Assessment, and it is a new tool that will replace 2 of our current tools. We currently have something called OLA, which the students call OLA, which is our online assessment tool. And we have Performance Plus, where the teachers use Performance Plus. We house all of our student data in Performance Plus. We use that to scan and score paper-based tests for the teachers, and we put all of our historical student test data from ACT, SRI, all the LEAP, AP scores in that, and teachers can look across the board at a profile of their students over many years, back to 3rd grade, even in elementary when you get to high school. So what we're going to do with this new Illuminate system is we're going to take the school year to put our assessments into Illuminate and transfer our student data. And the main reason we're transferring to it, 2 big reasons. One is it contains the technology-enhanced items like the students will encounter on the LEAP tests. Our current system does allow students to take tests online, but they can only click multiple choice questions and type in extended responses, but they cannot do any of the drag and drop, highlighting, annotating, or experience any of the technology-enhanced items that they will on the state LEAP test. So Ascension Parish has been using this for 4 years. It comes well recommended, and we're excited for our students to have a chance to use this. Another great feature is the reporting for our teachers. They have at least a minimum of 6 standard built-in reports for our teachers once they give student assessments, where they can quickly identify student need, work with the students where their deficits are, and look at their class as a whole through item analysis. So it's really going to be a nice reporting tool for teachers to help the students individually. So what I've done is I have included a few pages just of samples to show you some sample items. And page 2 of your handout is an example of an English language arts item where on the state LEAP test the students will have the passage on the left, and they will encounter a Part A and a Part B question in English, and high school may even have a Part C and a Part D. And this assessment software will let us put as many parts as we need. and the students can scroll through the passage on the left while the question stays on the right, just like they will. This will mirror the state test for the students. So our goal for them is when they hit that state test, it looks just like what they've been doing all year, and it's nothing different. So they can really shine and show how they've mastered the standards and all the work their parents and teachers have put in to help them master those standards. Because often, if the testing experience is different from what they've experienced during the school year, they really can't get their best score and really show what they know. So our goal is to make this seamless for the students transitioning into the state test. So on page 3 of your handout, you'll see an example of a math extended response item. And when the students have the box on the math item, they have to use what we call an equation editor and literally show their work and work the question out on the computer. And that does take some skill. So this will give them a chance during the school year, through instruction and through teacher assessments, to practice this. So again, when they hit the state test, this will not be a barrier to them showing what they really know on the state test. Page 4. On the state test, students will have to graph lines on the computer. So this software will allow us to give them practice on our own assessments and in class during instruction so that they can do some of this graphing just like they will on the state test. And page 5 of your handout shows an example of a drag and drop type item that students would have to drag and drop one of the 3 examples on the bottom into the correct box. And this is something they would have to do on the state assessment. So as we begin to get the system installed, we're going to encourage the teachers to utilize this in the classroom for instruction also. So as I said, they can use them for checks for understanding, exit tickets, and a way to make the lessons they have even more engaging for the students. I feel like, as you saw in the example with the Chromebooks, when the students are on the Chromebooks, the level of engagement that I witness is really increased. And then when they get to do technology enhanced items, I feel like it is even higher. So our goal for this will be throughout the year to get our district mandated tests, our benchmark tests, so the students can take their tests online with this format. In addition, the teachers can incorporate it into their instruction. And then finally, the teachers will have the benefit of the reporting that will be very easy for them to get data on their students. And I think it'll take us the better part of the first 9 weeks to get everything in and then transfer our student data from the prior years into the system so teachers can use it to get a profile and see longitudinally how the students have done and then diagnose any need they have in the current school year. So we're really excited about it, and again, it will replace our current online assessment system and our current scanning and scoring and reporting system for the teachers.
Thank you, Ms. Lametta. Any questions, anybody? Yes, Mr. Wong.
Yeah, Ms. Lametta, I think this is a fantastic program. It not only helps the students to prepare for the state testing, but it also helps our teachers with reporting and any way we can, anything we could do to help ease the stress of that our teachers have in reporting is a great thing. So. Yeah, I'm excited about this. This is great.
Our goal for the teachers is always for us to try to help them work smarter and not harder. They work harder than most people I know, and there's no limit to the time they're willing to put in to help our students, but whenever we can find something to help them, we try our best to put it in.
Great. This is great. Thank you.
Anybody else? I was going to say, my grandson on page 5 can handle this right now because he's a master of drag and drop with his apps. He's got a little iPad, and when he wants to look at Farmer in the Dell, he drags and drops the pig and the duck and everything else. He's very good at that. So at least he got page 5 done for you. So that's awesome. So nobody else? All right. Thank you very much, Mr.
Sure. Thank you.
Move on to item number 6, this personnel changes. Mr. Granberry. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening.
How do we stand, Mr. Granberry?
Well, you notice the appointment list is longer than the resignation list, so we're doing good.
We're doing good. That's a good thing.
Actually, we only have one opening left. And
really? That's
yeah,
fantastic.
It's we need an English as a second language teacher,
right.
And then that'll be it.
You did a fantastic.
Unless, I hate to say, unless anybody else resigns.
Right.
You know.
Well, you did a fantastic job, Mr. Granberry.
Been very busy.
Oh, I assure you that. I also see a retiree, Miss Leona Smith. I believe she's been with us at the cafeteria tech for over 14 years. We wish her a very good retirement. Any questions for Mr. Granberry? No? Thank you, sir.
Ready?
Okay, move on to item number 7, it's finance. Mr. Warner.
Thank you, Mr. Ingram. This is the annual housekeeping measure for Louisiana Compliance Questionnaire. Mr. Fernandez.
Thank you. In your package, you have the Louisiana Compliance Questionnaire. This is something we're required to adopt every year in conjunction with our audit. Basically, it's a questionnaire that asks for a little bit of demographic data about the district, and it asks a series of questions which basically determine whether we comply with all the laws of the state of Louisiana that apply to school districts, which we do. So we're asking you to adopt this so we can present it to our auditors when they come next month to conduct our audit.
All right, any questions from any board members?
I'll make a motion that we accept the recommendation.
No questions. We have a recommendation of Mr. Long. We have a second of Ms. Lemoyne. Okay, we do have a question from a board member, Mr. Gaines.
The year that the U.S. Census before this.
That's their most current estimate. The last census, I think, was in 2010, but they do estimates every year and update them. That's the most, that's their current, well, every year, yes. That's their most current, I think it's December 2017 was their last estimate.
Okay, thank you.
All right, any other questions? All right, we have a first and a second. Please cast your votes.
Motion passes 7-0.
Thank you, Mr. Fernandez. Mr. England?
Thank you, Mr. Warner. Okay, item number 8 is superintendent's recommendations. Ms. Boche right now is up in Baton Rouge, and that's the reason why Ms. Lametta is handling her duties tonight, and she's doing a fantastic job. So, Ms. Lametta, this is yours.
Thank you. Thank you. And as you said, Ms. Boche is in Baton Rouge attending Bessie, but she did want me to say what a smooth opening we had this school year, and she knows it took countless hours from so many dedicated employees, community members, parents, teachers, and everyone put a big effort in to help our students come back, and it takes a lot of work to make it look effortless, and that's what people did. And the enthusiasm and the excitement with which all of our employees have welcomed the students back has really been amazing. So we really could not be any more blessed than we have been. And there's just 2 things I'd like to mention is at the next meeting, we'll have a donation presentation from the Knights of Columbus, Rummel Council 5147, and we'll have a presentation by the St. Bernard Reading Council.
Right. Thank you, Ms. Lametta. Anything else from any board members? If not, we'll move on to item number 9, adjournment. Okay, Mr. Gaines, we have a motion by Mr. Gaines, second by?
I'll second.
Mr. Long. Okay, all in favor? Aye. This meeting's adjourned. Good evening, folks.